to our S&A expenses. I tried to just crop this area, but hopefully you all can see our S&A report here. And with that, we just felt that after the fourth quarter proceeding, we were able to, have the highest in S&A. Looking at the salaries, administrative costs, and still mainly, focusing on our web marketing and our features. So this kind of gives you a good forecast view of how we did our industry marketing and S&A snapshot.
Is that fourth quarter? The S&A, it looks like
fourth quarter.
As far as as far as
S&A expenses?
right here, this would be like fourth quarter right here.
But that when you were building your plans,
No, second quarter was when we were building our plan. I wonder if it could show. No, it doesn't show that, I don't think, on this chart. Because it didn't even jump up. Neither jumped up, but it went up, then it stopped here around fourth quarter. So, well, it kind of leveled out, I guess you'll say. Yeah. All right.
how many features you ended up with?
19.
No. 25.
25? Okay, I didn't buy research in the 8th quarter, so I don't know how. Yeah, I did, so I didn't check it yet. But yeah, I know in the 7th quarter it was at like 19. All right, so we got like 7 more minutes. All right, a little bit longer than that. Thank you. All right, so the market and research purchase was a major point of our strategy as well, because although our main thing was features, as most of you, some of you may know. So we definitely try to watch that each quarter. And each quarter, except for quarter 8, we purchased product features, but we also purchased product quality, units sold, and unit price. Now the reasoning behind that was that although our thing was features and we was going to be first in that, something that strategies that I used in the solo version was when you purchase the units sold by company, and I'm not certain if some of you all did the same, versus looking at who sold the most, who sold the least. I actually added up all the customers in each region to see how many customers was in that region, and then I determined how much of the market share was wanted to be gathered in that region. So in region 1, in the solo version, 20% was a good number, but with the group, with the team Micromatic, it was too many to have 20%, because I think the numbers were like double from the solo version. So our goal was to get 10%. And so we would, that was one of our goals. And we also had a second strategy. So the first strategy that I worked to communicate to the team was, okay, first let's get this market share. Let's get like 10% in each region. Next, let's figure out, and this was what, like, if we went 20 quarters, I apologize, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but if we went like 20 quarters, some of y'all would have went bankrupt based off this. But next was figure out how to take customers from competitors. Now this was very helpful in our strategy, because once we got our market share, now let's use the product quality. We got our market share with the features. Now you use product quality and unit price to kind of go into, I guess, to kind of compete with the low-cost competitors and high-quality competitors. So for product quality, let's say the differentiators, they may have had like 20 in their quality. Well, they have 20, we have features. Let's use 10. Let's use like 10. And now it's almost, some of their customers may see our product and say, okay, they have almost half the quality, but they have more features. It's for a lower price, more customer service, etc., more marketing, etc., etc. We're going to purchase that one. Next, around like 5th quarter and stuff, because by then, we're playing 8 quarters, might as well get what we can get. But had we went longer, it definitely would have been more competitive with lower price.
What was your quality around 8?
It was around 8, that's not.
I couldn't believe they could hold it right, but they 3. I mean, really,
what happened, the best thing was, till the 5th quarter, we went high price, like we went up to 85.
Yeah.
And after the 5th quarter, we started getting back low. see most of the teams were kept like climbing the ladder. So against us, we went back to 8 and 1. That's what our strongest quarters were, as a matter of fact, 56 and 7.
Yeah, and so with unit price, the strategy was that kind of similar with quality, whereas maybe the low cost leaders, we're not trying to be first in that section. What we're trying to do is kind of create some distraction. Whereas the lowest person may be like 73, well, we'll charge like 76 or something of that nature, 77 or whatever, and we'll have more features, we'll have more quality, we'll have more customer service, so that we provide the product that even if it was almost like a capitalistic type of way. It's a capitalistic type of thinking, where in capitalism, the person that benefits the most people is the person that can make the most profit. So some people we're going to go for the high spenders. Some people are going to go for the low spenders. Well, our team went for like all of them. All right, slight purchases around the fifth or sixth quarter. We actually started investing in more research because we had teams like Team 7 and Team 8 who really were. Was it Team 7 and 8? I think it was Team 7 and 8 that were really starting to pick it up, and we were like, okay. we were like, okay, we might have to watch out for a little bit, and then we didn't purchase the average demand because ours wasn't based on demand. We didn't purchase that. We planned to have more than the average demand, so it was like a useless research to us. We just were more focused on market share. Did I go back before?
Yeah.
All right, I apologize. And so next is Sandeep.
Yeah. There's a chart where I'm showing the cost of goods sold, and over here, this is where our stock prices. There's a graph where I'm showing stock prices in the second quarter. If you see, we're almost at $70. That's when we had a little discussion with Dr. Gully, and she also advised us on how to move further. And by the 8th quarter, our cost of goods sold dropped down to $44. So from then on, it's just straight going down. So this was our strongest advantage, as like going low with the cost of goods sold, and we were selling at like almost $80, $81. It's almost like a $35, $36 profit on each product. And
if you look, your price came down quite a bit in quarter 5. That's even before the tech option.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure that everybody wants to know how you got it down.
Yeah. The region 3 was definitely the main thing that changed our entire dynamics of this. And over here, I'm showing how the cost of goods sold, not per unit like that, but unlike this consists of entire products against the net income. Our strongest quarters, again, like if you see, are 5th and 6th, and then the second quarter over here we had a negative income of $186,000, and we had to pick from there. And then third quarter we had almost $155,000. So it was, since then on, it went up, it climbed high, and I'm going to go over the reasons in a second, but to see how we were able to maintain the strongest quarters of 4th, 5th, and 6th. And these are the reasons why, some of the reasons why our cost of goods sold has went low. The workforce. So workforce was divided into predominantly Region 1 and Region 3. That's where our plants were. And in Region 1, we almost had 73 people. And in Region 3, we had 33 people working on our total units. 23 and 30, total units of 33,000. So our workforce was predominantly divided into Region 1 and Region 3. And if you see Region 3, the wages for Region 3 people are $1,437 something, as against to $7,500 in Region 1. So that's a difference of almost $6,000 if we get more units produced from Region 3, or at least sufficient number of units from Region 3. And
that's an important point, because I don't think a lot of teams recognize how cheap Region was to produce.
And that's also because initially there were rumors about how expensive Region 3 can get, or transferring, or like billing. Yeah.